Ask someone in debt what they owe, and most will guess. Not because they're careless, because in modern Britain, the full number doesn't live anywhere. Not in one app, not on one screen, nowhere. This episode is about how that happened. How money you legally owe can become invisible to you and to the system itself. Debt used to be easier to see. Fewer lenders, paper statements, a number you could put your finger on. Now, it arrives in fragments. A credit card here, an overdraft there, 3 installment plans in 3 different apps, each one polite, each one small. And here is the thing about fragments. Each app is honest about its own piece. The card knows its balance, the installment plan knows its schedule, but no screen anywhere adds them up. The total exists in only one place, reality. And reality doesn't send notifications. The repayments scatter too. One comes out on the 1st, one on the 15th, one a few days after payday. No single day of the month shows you the whole weight. Just a series of small exits, each one survivable on its own. Last year, Citizens Advice helped more than 407,000 people across England and Wales with debt problems. That is up 44% since 2021. The average amount owed by the people they helped was £8,932. 4 years earlier, it was £6,557. But inside those advice sessions, something quieter happens. An advisor sits down with a person and lists everything. Every card, every app, every account. Then adds it up. For some people, that is the first time the total has ever existed in one place. And it took a stranger to build it. 1 in 3 people in problem debt couldn't afford essentials like food at some point in the last 6 months. The pressure was real the whole time. The picture wasn't. So where does the number hide? In 3 places. The first is the apps themselves. In 2017, Buy Now, Pay Later was a £60 million corner of British borrowing. By 2024, it was over £13 billion. In the Financial Conduct Authority's Financial Lives survey, 10.9 million UK adults had used it in the 12 months to May 2024. 1 in 5. Each purchase is its own small agreement, its own schedule, its own app, its own login. Borrowing that used to sit on one statement is now scattered across the phone. The second hiding place is what the apps didn't have to say. For years, telling the credit reference agencies about this borrowing was voluntary. Some firms chose to report. Klarna started sharing data with Experian and TransUnion in 2022. Others didn't. ClearPay, at the time, reported to no credit reference agency at all, which means 2 apps could sit side by side on the same phone. Same person, same month, same kind of borrowing. 1 visible on your credit file, 1 invisible to every other lender. The third hiding place is the credit file itself. A credit file sounds like the full picture. It isn't. Britain has several credit reference agencies, and lenders have never been required to tell all of them. Report to one, skip the others. 3 agencies can hold 3 different versions of you. The regulator said it plainly this February. Where the information agencies hold is limited, people face barriers. So it proposed a simple rule. If a lender shares your information with one agency, it should have to share it with all of them. That rule had to be proposed in 2026 because it still wasn't the norm. Now hold all 3 layers together because there is a harder truth underneath them. Affordability checks, the thing designed to protect you. A lender looks at your file and asks, can this person manage more? For years, that check was being run on a partial person. The visible debts weighed carefully, the invisible ones not weighed at all. And the people carrying the invisible kind were not a random slice of Britain. The regulator's own research found that buy now, pay later users are, on average, younger, less creditworthy, carrying more unsecured debt than people who don't use it. The least visible borrowing was concentrated in the hands of the people closest to the edge. You can see the layering at step change, the debt charity. In 2024, the average client owed £15,672 in unsecured debt. Two-thirds had credit card debt, averaging £7,424, which means the card was usually only part of it. Even back in 2022, the average client was already holding 6 separate, unsecured debts. 6 different balances, 6 places to check. And most people don't check. Research last year found 1 in 5 adults avoid looking at their bank balance because of financial anxiety. Under 28, it is more than 2 in 5. It's tempting to call that denial. It's closer to arithmetic. If the full number can't be assembled, every glance at one fragment is a reminder that you don't know the rest. The system didn't show the total, so the mind stopped asking for it. This month, some of the hiding places started to close. On July 15th, 2026, Buy Now Pay Later came under the Financial Conduct Authority. Lenders now have to check you can afford to repay before they lend. New agreements come with Section 75 protection, the same protection you'd have paying by credit card, and the reporting is expected to follow. Missed payments recorded. Open agreements visible for what they are. Open credit. The credit file reform is a step behind it, still a proposal. The consultation closed in the spring, but the direction is plain. One picture of one person held by every agency. Be honest about the limits. This is stitching, not a finished quilt. The rules are weeks old. Some gaps have closed, others are still closing. But notice what the reform admits. For 9 years, a whole category of British borrowing grew mostly out of sight. Not because the people using it were reckless, because the system was built in pieces and nobody was holding the whole. If your debt feels scattered and unknowable, that was never a personal failing. The full picture was never handed to anyone. Not to you, not to the lenders. It always had to be built by hand, which leaves one move worth making. You don't have to wait for the system to see you clearly. One evening, one page, every app, every card, every account, every overdraft. Write each balance down and add them up once. Not to fix anything, not tonight. Just so the number finally exists somewhere you can see it. It will mean opening the apps you've been avoiding. Open them once for this. You are not checking on your life. You are collecting information. The entire reform program you've just heard about is the system doing exactly this for itself. Slowly, expensively, 9 years late, yours fits on one page. And if the total feels heavy, you don't have to hold it alone. Money Helper runs a free debt advice locator. It is confidential, government-backed, and connects you to free advice online, over the phone, or face-to-face. Advisors sit down with totals like yours every day. The number is allowed to exist. Seeing it is where dealing with it starts. If this helped, you can subscribe for more calm explanations like this.